Now we're going to take a look at fake Rolexes. You know, there's a lot of counterfeit merchandise out there, especially if you travel in Southeast Asia or parts of Italy and France. Last time I was in Thailand, hey, I picked up one of these. I know it's counterfeit. I'm not selling it to anybody. I'm not giving it to them as a gift. It was just something I kind of wanted as kind of a token to kind of mess with, you know, and kind of learn about. You see, it looks real. A lot of people would think this is an actual Rolex. But there's a few things you can do to spot a fake. First is the movement on the second hand. You can kind of see it right there. It should be smooth as silk. No stuttering. This one stutters just a little bit, but I gotta say, of all the counterfeits I've seen, this is definitely the smoothest one. Second is the magnification on the date. It should be built into the glass of the dial cover, not just, you know, putting a larger date thing in there. So some of the counterfeits will do that. So that magnification bubble should be right there on the top, built in. Next is the, let's see, I think the heavy weight of the Rolex in general. If you lift up a Rolex, you know it. The weight is much heavier than a lot of other watches that you'll notice. And this one does weigh very heavy. They've used a good quality stainless steel on it. And Rolex uses something called oyster steel, kind of a special blend. So if it doesn't have that weight to it, be cautious. Another item that really gives away a Rolex fake is this little dial right here. I don't know if you can see, but you'll see that it has the Rolex crown logo right there on the end of it. It should have that, plus the little engraving around the edges. Another thing is on the back. You might notice there's no engraving on the back. It's standard for a Rolex not to have any manufacturer's engraving on it. If it does, it's a fake. You also see that it has the ridges around the edge. It should have those as well. The newer Rolexes do have a hologram put on the back, so just be aware of that. Otherwise, it's going to have that brushed steel look to it that you see right there. Another thing about a real Rolex is, and you can't see it here, and this is the one reason you can find out that this is a fake. Right down here in the glass, there should be a micro etching of a crown, the Rolex logo, but it's not on there. So that's how you know this one's a fake. But, I mean, on everything else, they did so great. A lot of the fakes where it says Rolex inside the dial there, all those characters, the fonts, the lettering, they'll usually be kind of crooked or blurry or not sharply defined on the edges. Real Rolex looks perfect, beautiful, like a really high-end print job. And this one does. They did a great job on it. Another way to spot a fake Rolex is the colors and the numbers, how they blend together around the dial. There'll be, you know, misprints, the colors will be off, the blue and the white might fade a little bit, or the stamping may not be in alignment completely. Again, they did a great job on this one. Look at that. Even the blues, that's why I picked this particular model. I love the sheen on the blue. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's just a beautiful satin sheen to it. So those are just a few things you can do to find out if a Rolex is a fake or not. There are also others that involve taking the case off the back or the band off and to find serial numbers, but I'm not going to go into that. But just be aware, you know, if you're getting a really good price, if you're paying 80 bucks for a Rolex in Thailand, just be aware it's not real. It's just a showpiece that, you know, just for fun. It's not something that's a real investment. Though I do have to say, I'm very satisfied with this Rolex. It's been beautiful. I've had it 5 years. I got it on our trip 5 years ago, one of the trips. And I bought it in downtown Bangkok in a very reputable shop, a watch shop. And they just sell them as kind of a joke piece. But I did spend some time talking to the salesperson, and they said, yes, it's actually made in Japan. That has a Japanese movement inside, very high quality. And this is really high quality stainless steel. There's nothing on here that would make you think it's a cheap watch. Also, oh, one last thing. You'll see also here, you got the Rolex logo right there on the band where you open it. And then once you open the band, if I can get it open here. Let me try this real quick. It's gonna stick on me today. There we go. Once you open the band up, look at that. Even really some more nice engraving detail. It's hard to catch here. I'll try to turn it just a little bit in the light. So that's another thing that a real Rolex will have. Again, this Rolex, well, it's not a Rolex, it is a fake. It has all but one of the signature pieces that make it an authentic Rolex. on the exterior. On the inside, I'm not sure. But I gotta tell you, you gotta be careful out there, guys. But if you're looking for something just kind of as a fun showpiece, just to talk to people about, conversation starter, it's a great little thing to have around, and I enjoy mine. Take care.